Yeah, I think we all know that the late Michael Jackson was considered the king of pop, but KTLA has now discovered his hidden treasure of drawings and sketches. He was quite an artist. In fact, his artwork now has been appraised, and the numbers are amazing, from $88 million to $900 million.
That's a mistake, and we're getting an exclusive first look at many of these pieces. Lou Parker here with more on this hidden treasure. Wow. Unbelievable stuff to see it in person, I'm sure.
It was. You know, and what I was saying this morning when I was on the morning show, just saying that I want to do a documentary about this. There were so many hidden stories in all the artwork and everything that Michael Jackson did. And this all obviously is probably like something very new to a lot of people. I recently met with one of Jackson's friends, Sir Brett Livingston Strong, and he was the man who, of course, introduced Jackson to Lisa Marie Presley. We know they ended up getting married. But he was also Jackson's artistic mentor. And what he revealed to me was quite stunning.
These are his originals.
They are never-before-seen sketches by the king of pop.
This is like a masterpiece of his, a Thriller one.
Michael Jackson's artwork shown for the first time exclusively to KTLA by one of his lifelong friends and artistic mentor, Sir Brett Livingston Strong.
He called this one 3D moonwalk. I said, well, why is it 3D? He says, look, you put on some 3D glasses and I said, I don't think that's going to work, Michael.
When I caught up with Strong recently in Los Angeles, the Australian-born artist shared stories of the friendship he says lasted 30 years.
He asked me what did I do, and I said, I build monuments. And he said, wow, I've never met anybody who builds monuments.
According to Strong, the two met back in 1978 at City Hall in Los Angeles through then-Mayor Tom Bradley. At the time, Strong was already considered a child prodigy. Commissioned by the Queen of England, he had been exhibiting art since the age of 4. The two, Jackson and Strong, in their 20s, and both lovers of art, became fast friends.
He made me laugh. He did a lot of things that were funny.
In 1989, Jackson asked Strong to paint a portrait of him he called The Book, inspired by his own book of sketches and photographs.
Things that he was inspired by.
It's said to be the first and only portrait Jackson ever sat for.
The first portraits that I saw that he was doing were of Charlie Chaplin. I thought they were great.
The two spent time traveling the world together, going to Jackson's concerts and viewing art. But back at home, the friends would simply come here to this hangar at the Santa Monica airport. Jackson would sketch, Strong would sculpt.
He would work very fast. He was quick. He would crank up the music. He would be doing his own thing, and then all of a sudden, if I'm doing a sculpture, working on some clay or something, all of a sudden I'd feel something on my shoulder, and he's looking over my shoulder watching what I'm doing.
Jackson's sketches, the majority which have never been seen before until now, are grand and diverse, many of them with a presidential theme. This portrait of George Washington as a general. Next to it, a door inspired after a night at the White House. Others include Martin Luther King Jr. With nearly 200 pieces in all, Strong tells me he hopes to showcase and sell some of the work. And with the support of Katherine Jackson and Jackson's children, together just this month, they donated nearly a dozen of Jackson's drawings to Children's Hospital Los Angeles.
I think all his art reflects his inner feelings of peace that he had, that he did have a lot of drama. And I think when people see his art, they'll see another side of him that's beautiful.
Now, of course, with anything surrounding Jackson, there is always controversy. Some critics have questioned why Jackson would have signed over his art to Strong. Strong says he has proof on paper. Strong says he is working closely with the Jackson estate to make sure that that art is preserved and, of course, some of it sold. And we talked about the numbers.
Wow.
Yep, and the other number we talked about.
Close to $1 billion, you know, and then the sevens that he has in there, there's a reason for that real quick.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that just briefly. 7 for him was his favorite number. It was very spiritual, and also he was the 7th child, 7 in Michael, 7 in Jackson, and several other things. So you'll see it all over his art. Really cool.
Do the documentary, Lou.
I know, I want to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.